Planning a month-long trip through Europe requires both a practical itinerary and a well-thought-out budget. I will focus on key destinations, research various lodging options, and make bookings ahead of time to cut costs. With a rail pass, traveling across Europe becomes easy, offering scenic views and comfortable journeys. Autumn festivals in Germany and France will enrich my experience with unique cultural events. By carefully managing my budget and mapping out my route, I aim to make the most of my trip. I'm eager to start this adventure and see where my journey leads. Planning a successful Europe trip requires careful preparation. With a month to enjoy Central Europe, prioritizing destinations and creating a realistic itinerary is crucial. I began by researching accommodation options, knowing that booking in advance would ensure availability and save money. For example, a stay in Paris can cost around $450 for 4 nights, so early planning was important. Next, I created a budget, estimating costs for airfare, transport, accommodation, food, and extras. Considering the time of year and accommodation choices is vital, as summer is the busiest and most expensive season, while winter is ideal for skiing and snowboarding. I also looked into travel insurance to cover unforeseen events. October is an excellent time to visit destinations like Cappadocia, thanks to mild temperatures and smaller crowds. To travel around Europe efficiently, I chose train travel and booked tickets in advance to avoid last-minute stress. I also researched public transport options for each destination to ensure a clear plan for moving from one place to another. Transportation in Europe. Exploring transportation options in Europe was a key part of my month-long adventure. I found that train travel was the most convenient way to navigate the continent, thanks to an extensive rail network that connects city centers. Unlike airports, which are often located far from the main attractions, train stations are usually right in the heart of the city. This made train travel a huge advantage over flying. A rail pass turned out to be the most cost-effective and straightforward way to travel by train. There were various options to choose from, such as a 10-day pass within 2 months, costing $694 for youth, aged 12 to 25 years, and $1,107 for adults. High-speed trains like the Eurostar, Thalys, and TGV can travel at speeds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour, making them a quick and efficient way to get around. The journey itself was comfortable and scenic. Most trains have large windows and air-conditioned seats, providing a pleasant travel experience. Some even offer food and beverage services, which is a nice perk during long trips. Booking a rail pass was straightforward thanks to websites like Rail Europe, which serves customers in Australia, New Zealand, the USA, and Canada. With a rail pass, I could easily cover 6 countries, making train travel the ideal mode of transportation for my multi-country trip. The ability to witness the changing colors of the leaves during my autumn travels added a picturesque touch to my journey, making it even more memorable. 1-month Europe itinerary, planning the perfect Europe adventure. I'm gearing up for a month-long adventure across Europe, and I want to ensure I've all the basics covered, from packing efficiently to managing my budget for accommodations, food, and activities. Experiencing autumn festivals in Germany and France will add a unique cultural flavor to my journey. Next, I'll outline my monthly expenses to make sure I stay within budget, and then I'll map out my route, prioritizing destinations and making the most of my time. With these essentials in place, I'll be ready for an unforgettable trip. Europe Travel Essentials. Affordable travel in Europe, getting around without overspending. Planning a trip to Europe can be exciting, but also requires careful budgeting. Train travel stands out as a cost-effective and convenient way to navigate the continent. By purchasing a rail pass, you can save money and simplify your journey. These passes, available through Rail Europe websites, vary in price based on age, class, and travel duration. With a rail pass, you can enjoy comfortable, scenic rides in air-conditioned seats and large picture windows. High-speed trains, which can reach speeds of over 300 kilometers per hour, offer a quick and efficient option for traveling between destinations. Visiting cities like Budapest, Rome, and Prague during the autumn can provide a more relaxed experience, with fewer tourists and vibrant seasonal festivals. Budgeting for your trip. Europe can be pricey, so it's essential to budget carefully. Research and planning are key to maximizing your travel experience without overspending. Create a realistic budget and track your expenses closely. Booking transportation in advance and packing light can save both time and stress. For accommodation, use trusted websites like Booking.com to find affordable hotels that offer discounts and flexible cancellation policies. Must-see attractions. With these essentials in place, you're ready to visit some of Europe's most famous landmarks. One highlight is the Alhambra in Granada, Spain, a stunning fortress and palace that offers a deep dive into Moorish history and architecture. Monthly budget breakdown. With an understanding of affordable travel options and budgeting strategies, it's time to break down the expenses for your 1-month Europe itinerary. As you plan your trip, it's essential to consider costs that can quickly add up, such as accommodation, transportation, and dining out. Even on a tight budget, a one-month trip to Europe can cost an average of $3,000 to $5,000 for a solo traveler. For example, accommodation along the Mediterranean coastlines of Italy and Spain, with their warm and inviting weather, can be quite high. Similarly, the Greek islands like Santorini and Mykonos are popular but pricey destinations. Accommodation, especially in cities like Paris and Madrid, can be steep. A 4-night stay in Madrid can cost around $200 per night. Transportation costs, including flights and trains, are another significant expense. For instance, a rail pass can cost $694 for youth and $1,107 for adults for a 10-day pass within 2 months. To manage your finances effectively, it's crucial to monitor costs and create a budget. Booking transportation in advance can make travel easier and less stressful, helping you avoid last-minute hassles and unexpected expenses. With a realistic budget, you can prioritize and allocate funds appropriately, making the most of your month-long Europe trip, even in expensive destinations. Route planning tips. Planning my one-month trip to Europe, I've discovered that breaking the journey into 4 segments keeps the itinerary balanced. Spending 3 to 4 nights in each city ensures enough time for both sightseeing and relaxation, with the flexibility to adjust based on my preferences and travel style. Transportation and accommodation. Researching transportation options in advance is essential to secure availability and good prices. I look into budget airlines, trains, and buses for shorter trips to save both time and money. Booking accommodations in central locations reduces travel time and maximizes sightseeing opportunities. I also check out neighborhoods to ensure they're safe and comfortable. Budgeting and expense tracking. Keeping a realistic budget in mind is key. I track my expenses meticulously to stay on financial track. For those eyeing Mediterranean destinations, September is a great time to visit due to the warm weather and fewer tourists. A one-week trip to Europe can cost over $1,000, so planning ahead is crucial. Staying organized and flexible. Staying organized and flexible allows me to make the most of my trip, even in pricier cities like Madrid. Whether it's adjusting my plans on the go or finding last-minute deals, flexibility can lead to unexpected and rewarding experiences. As I stroll through Paris, I'm naturally drawn to its renowned museums, which highlight the city's rich artistic history. On my list are the Louvre and the Musée d'Orsay, where I can admire iconic pieces like the Mona Lisa and stunning Impressionist artworks. After immersing myself in art, I'll visit the Eiffel Tower and its nearby gardens to enjoy the romantic vibe and breathtaking views of the city. Paris's music scene is also vibrant, especially in October, when the Nuits Sonoras festival offers a unique auditory experience. A day at the Louvre and Musée d'Orsay is a must for art lovers. When in Paris, visiting these 2 iconic museums is essential for anyone interested in art and culture. The Louvre, one of the largest and most famous museums in the world, houses over 550,000 pieces of art and artifacts, including the mysterious Mona Lisa. October is an excellent time to visit as there are usually fewer tourists, making the experience more enjoyable and less crowded. The Musée d'Orsay, on the other hand, is perfect for fans of Impressionist and post-Impressionist art. Here you can admire stunning works by artists like Monet, Renoir, and Van Gogh. If you're planning a day trip to Paris, it's well worth dedicating time to both museums. The Louvre is open every day except Tuesday, while the Musée d'Orsay welcomes visitors from 9:30 in the morning to 6 in the evening. To make the most of your visit, consider purchasing a Paris Museum Pass. This pass not only allows you to skip the lines at both museums, but also grants access to several other popular attractions in Paris. Using an audio guide or opting for a self-guided tour can enhance your experience, allowing you to appreciate some of the world's most iconic artworks up close. Trust me, it's one of the best ways to spend your time in Paris. Walking through Paris, the vibrant memories of art and culture still resonate within me as I approach the Eiffel Tower, the iconic Iron Lady that stands tall over the City of Light. Strolling around its base, I'm amazed by its immense size, 324 meters high, and made up of over 18,000 pieces of wrought iron. On my first visit to Paris, I knew the Eiffel Tower was a must-see, and it lived up to every expectation. I dedicated an entire day to this marvel, taking the elevator to the top to enjoy breathtaking panoramic views of the city. After a day trip to the Palace of Versailles, I returned to the Eiffel Tower at night. The tower, illuminated by over 20,000 twinkling lights, created a magical experience that left a lasting impression. On my European adventure, I spent several magical days exploring Bruges and Amsterdam, 2 captivating cities that highlight the best of Belgium and the Netherlands. From Bruges' historic Old Town to Amsterdam's vibrant canals, each city left a lasting impression on me. October is a fantastic time to visit these cities because there are fewer tourists, making for a more relaxed and enjoyable experience. Here are 4 unforgettable moments that made my trip truly special. 1. Take in the breathtaking views from the Belfry Tower in Bruges. The Belfry Tower offered a panoramic view of the city's medieval architecture, showcasing its rich history and unique beauty. 2. Indulging in Belgian chocolate. I savored the rich flavors and textures of Belgian chocolate at one of the many shops in Bruges, a sweet experience that delighted my taste buds. 3. Exploring the Anne Frank House in Amsterdam. Visiting the Anne Frank House was a poignant reminder of Amsterdam's significant history and cultural heritage, offering deep insights into the past. 4. Taking a romantic canal cruise in Amsterdam. A canal cruise through Amsterdam's picturesque waterways revealed the city's hidden gems and charming atmosphere, making for a memorable and romantic evening. The train ride between Bruges and Amsterdam was smooth and convenient, allowing me to explore both cities without any hassle. In Bruges, I stayed at a cozy bed and breakfast where I enjoyed traditional Belgian dishes and sampled local brews. In Amsterdam, I chose a stylish hotel that provided a comfortable base for my adventures. With their rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning architecture, Bruges and Amsterdam are must-visit destinations on any European itinerary. Berlin, Germany. Explorations. Leaving behind the charming canals of Amsterdam, I eagerly set out for Berlin, Germany's dynamic capital, rich in history, culture, and nightlife. Upon arriving at the train station, my excitement to delve into the city's vibrant atmosphere was palpable. Museum Island, a cultural treasure. My first destination was Museum Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The island is home to 5 incredible museums, each housing stunning art and cultural artifacts. I spent hours here, utterly absorbed in the exhibits. October is a particularly great time to visit Europe, offering fewer crowds and more affordable travel options. Next on my itinerary was the iconic Brandenburg Gate, one of Europe's most recognizable landmarks. Its grandeur, especially when illuminated in the evening, left a lasting impression. From there, I took a leisurely stroll to the Berlin Wall Memorial. This site is a poignant reminder of the city's divided past, and I found the last remaining section of the wall and the stories of those who experienced that era deeply moving, exploring the Berlin Cathedral and Kreuzberg. As I continued my exploration, I stumbled upon the Berlin Cathedral's astronomical clock, which provides breathtaking views of the city from its dome. Later, I ventured to Kreuzberg, a trendy neighborhood known for its vibrant street art, unique boutiques, and multicultural vibe. I spent the evening absorbing the area's alternative culture and lively atmosphere. Berlin's allure, a blend of history, culture, and nightlife. Berlin seamlessly blends its rich history, stunning landmarks, and vibrant neighborhoods, making it a must-visit destination for any European adventure. The more I explored, the more I felt a sense of freedom and excitement. Berlin quickly became a highlight of my month-long journey through Europe. Berlin is a city where every corner tells a story, and every story is a testament to its resilience and innovation. Managing your Europe trip costs. 20 days into my European adventure, my expenses were piling up quickly, from train tickets to accommodation. I realized I needed to manage my spending better to ensure I could enjoy the rest of my trip without financial stress. Visiting Europe in October is ideal, thanks to the mild autumn temperatures, lower prices, and smaller crowds. To keep my finances in check, I created a realistic budget and started tracking my expenses. Transportation costs, like train rides and flights, can add up if not planned ahead. Researching and booking early can save both money and stress. Traveling with just a carry-on saves time, reduces stress, and avoids extra baggage fees. Accommodation costs vary. Options range from budget-friendly hostels to luxury hotels. Researching and planning ahead helps find the best deals for your budget. Track your expenses. A month-long trip to Europe can easily cost over $5,000, even on a tight budget. Keeping track of every expense helps avoid overspending. Here's a custom quote to keep in mind. Travel is only as expensive as you make it. Plan wisely, spend smartly, and enjoy the journey. Getting around Europe efficiently. After sorting out my finances, I focused on navigating Europe's intricate transportation system. With a week-long itinerary in mind, I needed an efficient way to travel between major cities. Train travel emerged as a top choice. Europe's extensive rail network is reliable, efficient, and reasonably priced. I chose an interrailing pass, which fit my 30-day budget and provided flexibility. I also aimed to visit romantic escapes like Granada, Spain, known for its mythical Alhambra Castle, and picturesque Sierra Nevada mountains. For shorter distances, I looked into low-cost coach and bus services such as Flixbus and Infobus. With prices starting from 5 to 10 euros for a one-way ticket, these options are budget-friendly. Booking overnight buses or trains can save on accommodation costs and offer more time for sightseeing. Some routes even feature scenic landscapes like the Swiss Alps or Norwegian fjords. To ensure availability and good prices, I researched and booked my accommodations and transportation in advance, especially for popular routes and peak travel seasons. Throughout my planning, I realized that train travel is one of the most convenient options, covering multiple countries and facilitating efficient travel between destinations. With a rail pass or budget airline card, frequent travelers can enjoy discounts and perks such as priority boarding or extra luggage allowance. Accommodation options in Europe. With transportation sorted, I've focused on finding the perfect places to stay. Europe offers a wide range of accommodations to fit any budget or preference, from hostels and hotels to apartments, villas, and even castles. For an autumn trip, Comporta, Portugal offers unique and charming stays, ranging from bohemian beachside resorts to guest houses filled with local crafts. Budget-friendly choices. For those looking to save money, hostels are a great option with prices starting at around $10 to $20 per night. They often offer amenities like beds, bathrooms, kitchens, communal areas, cafes, bars, and free Wi-Fi. Luxury stays. If you're seeking a more luxurious experience, hotels and apartments are available on platforms like Booking.com. Prices vary depending on location, season, and amenities. Essential tips for a stress-free trip. Research and plan ahead. Finding affordable options that fit your budget is easier with proper planning. Create a realistic budget. Track your costs to avoid overspending. Stay organized and flexible. Make the most of your accommodation choices by staying adaptable. Use reliable platforms. Websites like Booking.com can help you find the perfect place to stay. To ensure a stress-free trip, consider getting travel insurance to cover unexpected events like trip cancellations or medical emergencies that could impact your accommodation plans. Reflecting on my amazing one-month trip across Europe, I'm filled with unforgettable memories and valuable insights. From the charming streets of Paris to the dynamic energy of Berlin, each city made a lasting impression on me. With thoughtful planning, I managed to enjoy the best each destination had to offer without overspending. If you're planning your own European journey, my itinerary and tips could be just what you need for an incredible experience. Paris, the city of light. Paris was our first stop, and it truly lived up to its reputation. We visited iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, and Notre Dame Cathedral. A stroll along the Seine River and through the bustling Montmartre district gave us a real feel for the city's vibrant culture. To save money, we booked our tickets to major attractions online in advance and opted for public transportation over taxis. Amsterdam canals and culture. Next, we headed to Amsterdam, a city known for its picturesque canals and rich history. We spent our days exploring the Anne Frank House, the Van Gogh Museum, and the charming Jordan neighborhood. Biking around the city proved to be both fun and economical. Staying in a hostel also helped us keep our expenses in check. Berlin, history and modernity. Berlin was a fascinating blend of historical sites and modern attractions. We visited the Berlin Wall, Brandenburg Gate, and the Holocaust Memorial. The city's efficient public transport system made it easy to get around. We also enjoyed the local food markets, which offered delicious and affordable meals. Prague, a fairy tale city. Prague's stunning architecture and cobblestone streets felt like stepping into a fairy tale. Highlights included the Prague Castle, Charles Bridge, and Old Town Square. We found that walking was the best way to explore, and we saved money by dining at local eateries rather than touristy restaurants. Rome, history around every corner. Rome was a treasure trove of ancient history. The Colosseum, Vatican City, and the Roman Forum were must-sees. We took advantage of free walking tours to learn more about the city's rich past. Using a combination of buses and trams helped us navigate the city efficiently and affordably. Barcelona, art and beaches. Our final stop was Barcelona, where we enjoyed a mix of art, architecture, and beaches. Visits to the Sagrada Familia, Park Güell, and the Gothic Quarter were unforgettable. We also spent some time relaxing on Barceloneta Beach. To save on accommodation, we stayed in a budget-friendly Airbnb. Travel tips for a budget-friendly European adventure. Plan ahead. Book flights and accommodations well in advance to get the best deals. Eat like a local. Avoid tourist traps and seek out local markets and eateries. Use public transportation. It's often cheaper and more convenient than taxis. Take free tours. Many cities offer free walking tours that are both informative and budget-friendly. Stay flexible. Sometimes the best experiences come from spontaneous detours. These tips and my detailed itinerary can help you make the most of your European adventure without overspending. Get ready for an unforgettable journey. Please like, subscribe, and check out our fabulous content at World Adventures. Thanks for watching.